going on, everybody? Um, Getting back into these screen shares, y'all. I haven't done these in a minute. So, welcome to the channel again, Top Networkers Group in the building. Definitely, again, going to start doing much more in the TNG Coin Talk playlist that I'm putting together here. Because I'm really kind of still going with this theme that community matters more than use case. Okay, I'm still arguing that. Also, general, disclaimers. This is not financial advice. We're just having a conversation. You're welcome to jump in the comments and leave what you think about what I'm saying. That's fine. I'll probably get in the comments with you, especially if something you're saying is worthy of a response. I'll put it that way. But yeah, no, we're just having a conversation here. This again, like I said, is not financial advice. In fact, I'm just going to tell you up front what that AssFinance do. That's what we're here to talk about. And I mean, come on, let's keep it real here. Again, um, this is a new coin. This is risky. This is highly risky. This absolutely is not something that I would put my life savings into. In fact, I would never invest my life savings into cryptocurrency. It's way too risky. Again, that's my opinion. It's the opinion of a lot of people as well. But I wouldn't put anything serious into this one here as if this is something that you're looking at or thinking about or wondering about, like, hopefully you're here because you're already following TNG coins. But maybe you came here because you just want to see who else is talking about what that AssFinance do. And you found me. And so, again, I'm not saying this is anything that will ever turn into anything. But hey, you never know. To be honest with you, and when you look at that price, I mean, again, it's risky, but it's a real manageable risk. If we're going to be honest with ourselves and one another, this is a pretty manageable risk. I mean, again, hopefully, like I said, you're not going to put too much into it to where you're going to go crazy. Um, and yet, and still, um, who knows what the future may hold, especially for holders, and especially for people who look at the long term and who are um, even going to end up following what's happening with this coin and the community around it. And right now, it's entirely 100% not taking itself seriously, and I love that. Because this is a shit coin. This is not a coin with real value. There is no use case whatsoever. Um, you know, Bill Maher apparently talked about Cum Rocket the other day, which is another shit coin. There's been a bunch of shit coins that have popped off recently via PancakeSwap, via the BSC network, and everything that's going on there. And hey, invest at your own risk. Isn't that the saying? Isn't that what we're all supposed to be doing? Managing our risks, only investing what we can afford to lose. And I'll be honest with you again, I did put a little something towards AssFinance. I'm currently down right now. As you can see the chart. Look, I don't do TA, so you're not going to see me drawing any lines or telling you that I'm going to predict what's going to happen next. Um, there are some interesting things that are happening on here, but again, I don't do TA. You're looking at the entire life cycle. As you see, this coin actually came out on the 18th of April. We're currently here on May the 4th. Happy May the 4th. Happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you to all who are watching here today and also in the future. But yeah, if we zoom in right now, we're currently in the middle of some wild times. Huge drop happened here earlier, but you can actually see a little bit of a rebound happening here. Um, these coins all have the similar tokenomics, if you will, that has really made Safe Moon extremely popular right now. So even though this big drop off happened, a bunch of people ended up getting free coin from this transaction, from what most likely is a whale selling off, dumping some of their bags, and that's always a good thing, from what I'm understanding and what many others talk about in these economic circles. In terms of coins like these, with these huge supplies, you really want your whales to get out early so they don't make big splashes later if the coin ends up actually being worth something. And that's the whole thing again, um, that we're talking about here is we're talking about a reality that even though this coin has no use case other than jokes. Look, let's go to the website. Here's a couple of things from their website. This is some tweets that they've got up. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am not gonna show you all of what's on their actual Twitter. Um, again, this is a joke. I mean, and if you really are following Dogecoin right now today, we're looking at Doge is sitting over 40 cents. I believe I heard it touched 50 cents this morning. Dogecoin, right? And this Australian Shepherd is really a hilarious response, if you ask me, to the entire idea of a meme coin in the first place. Um, again, swap for ass. Like that's come on, that's hilarious. Um, how to buy some ass? Come on, man. Look, this is one of those things. Again, don't take it serious. Just throw a little money at it if you want to. Don't do it because I'm telling you to. But this is something that you might want to keep an eye on, simply because there is a community forming around it. Look, so 272 likes on that tweet, 700 something likes on that one, 300 or so on that one, almost 400. And these weren't that long ago. These were a couple of days ago. Over time, tweets like these will continue to get more engagement. 68 comments here, 16 here, 40 here. And as I said, there's a bunch of stuff on their Twitter. I'm just going to throw it here at the top. You guys can kind of see that they're at AssFinance on Twitter. And you can really go there and check them out and, laugh at some of the tweets that other people in the community. And the reason I was showing you those numbers is because that shows you engagement. You know, when we talk about communities and we talk about communities mattering, we're talking about the engagement that you see from people around a coin. A lot of coins that you may be looking at right now, you need to look at the engagement they're having on their social media. Um, are people actually even looking at your coin, talking about your coin, tweeting about your coin, writing on Facebook about your coin? Like, look around, and some of that can tip the scales for you to let you know if you're putting your money in a decent spot again for the long term. Because I'm a holder, I'm a whole gang. I'm not a trader. Again, that's why I don't do TA. That's why I'm not going to break down the chart. I was just showing you a couple interesting things. I'm gonna share something there in a minute. Though I'm gonna go back to the chart. But look, this is hilarious. A legitimate ass white paper. They're going to the moon. This is the roadmap, you guys. We're going to the moon. That's right. This is not taking yourself seriously and understanding, exactly what's going on right now in the industry. And simply because of how funny this is, it's going to unite people. It's already happening now. And, again, there is really a strong possibility of this at least turning into something. Look, let's just say, for example, it does do something like Doge and turns into a 1 cent coin, right? Because it's got the same, again, the same tokenomics. Tokens are getting burned. over time, the coin's value should start to go up as the supply decreases. I think that's something that that a lot of these conversations are overlooking. Is they talk about um, you know price based on supply. Well, the supply of these deflationary coins in many cases is reducing every day, and so again, as the scarcity starts to kick in, the value can go up. Again, it's always possible. Now, of course, it's always possible that because this is a joke and because there's no use case, you know, the people behind this coin, the people behind Ass, could always take the money and run. That's always something that you want to be prepared for. And so, again, never invest what you can't afford to lose. Because if they take the money and run, it's money you were going to lose anyway. You don't care about it. Again, this is the whole point of that kind of advice. That's why people give it. It's not to, you know, try to sound smart or anything. It really is the smartest thing to do. It's the safest way to go about investing. And again, some might call that gambling or whatnot. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you. Don't listen to everybody and their opinions on everything, to the point that you do what everyone's opinion is. But feel free to take those opinions in, let those opinions inform you and add to your perspective in the decisions that you're going to make. So again, let's look at this real quick. What that ass do? 70K, 76K holders in 10 days. Now, a lot has happened since, right? And we're going to check that out right here in just a second. But I want to give you guys just a chance to check this part out. 5% of buys, right, go into the reflection pool, meaning if you're holding, you're going to get a percent of every transaction. Buys, sells, either way, holders win, right? 5%, okay? And also 5% on the sales. So that's 10% if you really think about that, going towards holders on buys and sales. 5% of buys, 5% of sales. And then, of course, there is a 5% tax, as they say, to create a rising price floor, right? Because again, those are those tokens that are going off and getting burned, um, rising the price. That's, of course, the theory of these coins. And what's interesting is we probably aren't going to know if this theory is really going to work, like so many of these coins are suggesting, for at least 6 months, maybe a year, 2 years out. You know, um, it will be interesting. Real quick, let's go over here. All right. So as you can see, they're at around 78,000 holders now. Okay. Um, Decent action here on the transactions. You know, it's not happening every second like some coins right now. There's a lot going on out in the markets. Lots of things to invest in. But as you can see, a decent amount of money is um, going into this coin right now. Some of the information I found on these, newer tokens aren't always up to date here on BSC Scan, but you can see that there have been some transactions going on here, right? Lots of transactions going on. Right? Some big numbers getting moved here as well. You can kind of see over here to the right, millions and billions of tokens being bought at a time. And again, that's because the price is pretty cheap. It's pretty low. It's pretty affordable. Um, I'm actually using another coin, which is also hilarious, PooCoin. PooCoin to kind of track what's going on. They're currently $3 a coin. They're also a deflationary coin as well. I'll talk about PooCoin here eventually, but I really like their site. They've got a lot of information on here. But so again, here's what I was going to show you, right? Like how I'm doing TA. But what's happening here is it's getting ready to test that line here. Here was that last support line here. It's going to zoom in a little bit there, kind of down this way here, right? Getting it's kind of right here at this other line here with what happened a little bit earlier. Kind of push through that a little bit. You can kind of see, right? Um, so will be interesting to see what happens. Again, I'm not one of these TA guys, but as you can see, when it hit this low, shot up, went through some fun times. Um, Came back again when it hit this low. It kind of crept back up, right? Crept back up. It's been going on another low here, despite having another little mini. Kind of slowly was coming to this, point here eventually. And as you can see, there were a few big set sales here, right? Pretty nice drop off here. Pretty nice, uh, amount of people I'm sure taking profit. Most likely, again, because of how the chart has been trending down. So I'm sure all the people who've been holding since here, or whatnot, are taking at least some profits right now, right? Um, Ones who didn't take profits here because you've seen a lot of profits that have been taken. So look, I'm not doing all this TA stuff, you guys. I'm just kind of going over these charts just a little bit, just having a little bit of a light conversation with you again, showing you what's happening here. Definitely a chance that this thing starts to shoot up here again in a um, few weeks. But as many of you may also see this is a great chance to actually buy some more and accumulate some more ass at a very low price. Um, you know, uh, these prices here that you're looking at, I'm just guesstimating here, but around $5, throwing at some ass right now and get you a few billion coins. And again, you just never know what may happen. Maybe nothing happens, but what's $5? And that's one of the things we've always talked about here at Top Networkers Group. We've always talked to you about affordable ways to make some money. And I really can't think of a more affordable way than a $5 risk. Now, again, I'm not a salesperson, so I'm not here to tell you how to do everything. Of course, you should go through Pancake Swap in order to get this coin. Um, but what I understand is they're also about to be on Whitebit and a few other exchanges. They're working to continually gain traction for that ass. 13 million on that market cap currently. You know, plenty of room to grow. Um, and again, like I said, a very low risk coin. Depending on what you want to do, you could really stack some ass. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you've got any questions or uh, commentary in the comments below. Um, Feel free to let me know if this helped you make your decision on what you want to do with some ass. Wouldn't mind talking with a few other people who are also possibly taking a risk here as well, just to kind of see what you think about this coin and the community. Again, that's the main point. Thanks again. We'll talk to you soon.